Yeah, good morning. My name is Dr. Sam, and I'm reaching you from Nigeria. It's few hours from 1 a.m. Uh, I said I was going to be reaching you on the book review. I listed out about 10, 12 authors and titles. We have the 10X Rule by Grant Cardone. I'll just go ahead with the titles alone. The Power of Habits, The Power of Now, Execution, The Gospel of Words, The Courage to be Disliked, Your Next 5 months, What is the What, The Lessons of History, The Genius Checklist, The Price of Retirement, and Straight from the Gods by Jack Welch. So this morning, actually have read, I'm on the third book. I've read the 10X by Grant Cardone. I've also read Execution by Jack Welch, and I'm reading The Power of Habits right now. Very interesting, very interesting. So I may not be able to go through the entire books, but I will just make a few awareness, and I will encourage you to read these books. But if you want further details, you can reach out to me so we can discuss, maybe based on schedule, But when you say the 10X rule, like I show you here, it's not far-fetched. Grant Cardone was talking about the 10 times increase in your inputs that will give you 10 times of your outputs in anything you do. And particularly, he was focusing on success. He said the success is your duty, success is your obligation, and your success is your responsibility. Mine is mine and yours is yours. And Grant made some fantastic areas that when you do these things, definitely you're going to be successful, even more successful than you are right now. And because the year is just starting, we are still in the month of February. Number one of them, he said, have a can-do attitude. A can-do attitude this year will make you a fortune. He said, believe that I will figure it out. He said, you should believe that you will figure it out. So anything, somebody give you an assignment, somebody give you a contract, somebody give you a work to do, believe you can figure it out. That is the right attitude to cultivate in 2023. He said, focus on opportunities. Focus on what? Opportunities. Because what you focus on that you're going to get. He said, love challenges. Love challenges. He says, seek to solve problems. Seek to solve problems. Seek to solve other people's problems and your problems. He said, persist until successful. Persist until successful. So what is the benchmark to when you're going to stop? Until what? You're successful. He said, take risk. Take risk. In the book, he said, be unreasonable. What does it mean to be unreasonable? Unreasonable to failure. Unreasonable to backing out. Like, it's time to close at work. And you stay there figuring out how to solve organizational goal, how to meet that target, how to solve the customer's problem. It's being unreasonable, because naturally you should be going home, but he say be unreasonable in figuring out things that will benefit yourself, your family, your country, and the world. He said be dangerous. Be dangerous in your approach to success. It doesn't say carry gun, but it's just talking about be dangerous, He said create words. Learn how to create words. Then he said readily take action. Readily, you are ready to take action. Then what is the time to take action now? You say readily take action. He said always say yes. Always say yes. Dr. Sam, will I be able to meet you tomorrow for that meeting? Is yes. Dr. Sam, will you be able to visit that customer's place tomorrow? The answer should be what? Yes. Dr. Sam, is your back everything that comes your way? He said, always say yes. Habitually commit. Habitually commit. Commit to the course that you have started. If you are doing a master's, for instance, you are doing a PhD, for instance, you are doing a BSc, for instance, you are doing primary school or secondary school, he say habitually commit. Even if it's marriage, habitually commit. He said go all the way. Go all the way. Exhaust yourself. Don't go halfway and say there's no result. Go all the way. He said focus on now. Focus on now. Now, focus on, make sure you give the now your best self. He said demonstrate courage. Demonstrate courage. Courage is that ability to be persistent, ability to start when others are saying it's not good enough. He said demonstrate courage. He said embrace change. When change comes, don't resist it. Find the best way to manage that change. He said determine and take the right approach. Determine and take the right approach. Then he said break traditional ideas. Break what? Traditional ideas. This is like digital ATMs, password transfers, virtual meetings. These are new trends. The traditional ideas are the brick and mortar, the personal visit. It's a break traditional ideas. Yield to change. Yield to change. Then he said, be goal-oriented. Be goal-oriented. Be goal-oriented. What is that goal that you set for yourself for this new week? What is that goal you set for 2023? What is that goal that you set for the family? What is educational goal for yourself? What are the health goals that you set for yourself? How many times do you go for an exercise? Be goal-oriented. He said be on a mission. Be on what? A mission. Be on a mission. A mission to execute, a mission to fulfill destiny, a mission to break barriers, a mission to solve people's problem, a mission to solve your problem. He said have a high level of motivation. Have a high level, not a low level, a high level of motivation. A high level of motivation. Last week, I was going to take water from the water dispenser, as if the security man was set to pass a message to me. And he said, I didn't ask him. He said, there's no water in the dispenser. I'm just coming from there. But because of my attitude, my positive attitude to say, since I have gone this far to get this water, let me just get there. So I confirm and also call people to come and replace it. And behold, there was water. I was glad because of those attitudes that have been, that are part of me. They are like tradition now. So he said, have a high level of motivation, because there are so many things that can discourage you now. Have a high level of motivation. My brother called me and told me about the issue of cashless, non-ability to withdraw money from POS and even ATMs. I say it's true, but one way to look at it, another way to look at it is that it also gives you an opportunity to save. Yes, I know you may want to negate that to say when you can't eat you are saving, but he got the message and he was better for it. So he also said be interested in results. Be interested in result, not effort. What is the result? Okay, after the effort, what is now the results? That's what Grant also talk about. He said, have big goals and dreams. Have big goals and dreams. Set big goals and dreams. Dream big. Have big goals. And when you read this book, you will see examples that he has given. They are all clear, very clear. He said, create your own reality. Create your what? Your own reality. Create your own reality, not other person's reality. Create your own reality. He said, commit first, figure out later. This one is very for marketers. He said, commit first, figure out later. You have a project at hand and somebody else is bringing another project for you to execute. He said, commit first. Then you figure it out later. You may decide to send your team members to that other place and make sure they execute it exactly as if you were there. So you commit, because you committed, you will find ways to execute it. So don't run away from responsibility. He said, be highly ethical. What does that mean? Be highly ethical. Let your yes be yes and let your no be no. Don't try to cut corners. Let your yes be yes. You know, sometimes the people here will try to say, if the white people were in position and they see that they are being accused of corruption, or the government is not working well, they will resign. But here in some country, that even when they are 80 years, even when they are 90 years, they still want to be the president of the country, or they still want to be a leader in that organization. They are trying to describe ethical versus unethical. So he said, be highly ethical. Even when you are not being watched, just be ethical. Make sure all the stakeholders, what you promise is what you are delivering to the staff, to the shareholders, to government, to tax collectors, to the environment, to climate change. Be ethical. Very important. He said, be interested in the group. Be interested in the group, not just for your individual selfish interest or for your interest, but the group. Be interested. Then he said, be dedicated to continuous learning. You know, this is actually my philosophy. I used to say I'm an advocate of lifelong learning, and Grant is saying be dedicated to continuous learning. Here he talks about, let me read the line for you. He said the most successful CEOs are reported to read an average of 60 books and attend more than 6 conferences per year. Wow. The most successful CEOs are reported to read an average of 60 books. You, as a CEO, how many books have you planned to read this year? This is why I'm making this video. You want to be successful as a CEO? We're all CEOs. You are CEO in your family. That's the first place you are CEO. You are CEO in your organization. You are CEO to yourself. You are CEO to your country. If an average CEO, the head of an organization, read an average of 60 books and attend minimum of 6 seminars per year, and you can't even read 12 books in a year, and you want what happened to the other successful CEOs to happen to you, that's not fair. That's not fair to humanity. You don't read. So that probably be the problems why the difference in arrival. The difference in arrival in this case is the fact that you are not reading and those guys are reading. They have a better way to navigate even in the midst of storms. So what else did he say? He said, be uncomfortable, especially in a comfort zone. He said, be uncomfortable. When should you call it a quit? You have to set those targets. Be uncomfortable, Then he said, reach up in relationship. Reach up in relationship. Reach up, step it up. Be faithful. Be committed. Be communicative in relationship. He said, reach up in relationship. And finally, he said, be disciplined. Wow. Be disciplined. Be disciplined. They say an apple a day takes a man away from the doctor. That exercise you have committed yourself to do this year, he said, be disciplined. Be disciplined. Time management. Resumption to work early. Doing your work on time and as prescribed by your supervisor. Be disciplined. There's no way I can overemphasize it, So the full book, it's if you need a copy, I can get you a soft copy if it's allowed, but you can get the book from Amazon. It's a wonderful book. What it simply means, like I said, is that everything you've done from when you were giving birth to now, this book is a framework saying, do 10 times of each item that you've been doing. But that doesn't mean increase your family by 10 times. That's not what it's saying. Give yourself a times 10 targets of what you're doing. If you are reading one book per year before, this year, you say read times 10. 1 times 10, that's 10 books. If you are reading 10 books, you say times 10. Read 100. That's what it's saying. If you are praying 5 hours before, you say increase it by 10. That means 50 hours. Everything you do, especially in the inputs that you are putting, make it times 10. And you will get results of times 10. That is amazing. That is what? Amazing. And to conclude, he said, success is yours, is your responsibility, is your duty, and is your obligation. So you watch out for other versions of the book review. I'm going to make it as short as possible, maximum of 20 minutes per review. If the book, I may come back to talk about 10x again, but in the next review, we should be looking at the power of habits or execution or the power of now. The power of now is one book I will come up with soon, because the power of now is saying this is the time to do it. So I'm eager to finish that book and just talk about the major tenets about this book. So go to our YouTube channels to look at this video again, subscribe, share, and recommend people. You can reach me. All the details will be put there, and I'm your reading partner. This year, we're going to hit that target. Thank you, and God bless you.